Senator from Nebraska.
Madam President, I rise to join my colleagues in expressing my support and admiration for the women and men who put on the blue. Whether it's our southern border to our own backyards, these members of law enforcement are essential to protecting our safety and security. They're the guardians of our neighborhoods, protectors of our families. They take deadly drugs like fentanyl off of our streets. As we celebrate National Police Week, let's recognize the service of those among us and the jobs they do that require the most of integrity, skill, and dedication. We must never forget the sacrifices that the members of law enforcement and their families make on our behalf. They work long hours, challenging conditions, dangerous areas. They serve and protect us. Yet, despite the dangers they face, they remain steadfast in their commitment to our communities. They are the thin blue line that protects us while we sleep. In recent years, we've seen a disturbing trend of not just disrespect toward law enforcement, but violence. It's not just wrong, it's dangerous. It undermines the rule of law and threatens the safety and security of our communities. We must send a clear message that violence against the women and men in blue will not be tolerated. We must stand with them and support them in their vital mission in our communities. On Monday night, I had the opportunity to walk in a vigil, walk the beat, to honor the more than 149 members of law enforcement who have paid the ultimate sacrifice in my home state of Nebraska. Their names are reflected on the Nebraska Law Enforcement Memorial in Grand Island, Nebraska. And they're remembered in the hearts of their fellow citizens today and throughout the year. We remember Ross Bartlett, who died last month after 30 years of service to the Ceresco Police Department. We remember Detective Carrie Orozco, who was murdered in 2015, one day before she was supposed to go on maternity leave. We remember Inspector Mario Herrera, who was killed trying to serve an arrest warrant. We remember all those who paid the ultimate sacrifice to keep us safe. They were mothers and fathers, sons and daughters. They were heroes, and their bravery is eternal. The women and men in blue are the backbone of our communities. We owe them a debt of gratitude that we can never repay. But we can show our appreciation for them, show our support for them. I'm proud that in Nebraska, while other communities are trying to defund the police, we support the police. In Nebraska, we back the blue. When I was governor, we had the largest package of pro-public safety and law enforcement legislation passed in years. We invested $47.7 million in our Grand Island law enforcement training facility to ensure that our law enforcement officers would get the highest level of training. We invested $16.9 million in our State Patrol Crime Lab to make sure we could solve crimes and give the victims of crimes the justice they deserve. Instead of reducing penalties for violent crimes, my home city of Omaha, Nebraska has used community engagement, like Omaha 360, to be able to reduce homicides. The Omaha Police Department and the Omaha community has reduced homicides in each of the last 3 years. ABC News said that the Omaha Police Department could be a model for the rest of the nation. In addition, last year, Omaha police had 100% clearance rate on homicides. There were 28 murders and 28 homicide cases cleared. When the national clearance rate is just over 50%, a 100% rate is truly remarkable. As usual, America can learn a lot from our proven solutions in Nebraska. The federal government must also back the blue. We need to secure our border and put an end to the scourge of the drugs that are killing our young people here in America. We need to pass the Back the Blue Act to increase the penalties for criminals who target law enforcement officers. We need to provide new tools to officers to protect themselves, and we need to block anti-cop, soft-on-crime policies that would hinder law enforcement's ability to do their jobs with excellence. I am committed to working with anyone who wants to make this happen. The women and men in blue have earned our respect and our gratitude, not just during Police Week, but all year round. Once again, thank you to the members of our law enforcement. Thank you to their families who sacrifice alongside them. You are heroes, and we are forever in your debt. I am grateful for all that you've done for our communities, and I know on behalf of all Nebraskans, we support law enforcement. God bless our law enforcement officers as they keep us safe. God bless the great state of Nebraska, and God bless our nation. Madam President, I yield back.